On July 25, 2000, Air France Flight 4590, a Concorde supersonic jet, crashed shortly after takeoff from Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris, France. The flight was en route to John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York City. The Concorde was carrying 100 passengers and 9 crew members. All 109 people on board the aircraft were killed, as well as 4 people on the ground who were hit by debris. The cause of the crash was attributed to a tire that burst during takeoff, causing debris to puncture the fuel tank and ignite the fuel, leading to a catastrophic failure of the aircraft systems. The tire had been damaged by a metal strip on the runway that had fallen off a Continental Airlines DC-10 that had taken off just before the Concorde. The crash had a significant impact on the aviation industry and led to a temporary grounding of all Concorde flights. The incident also resulted in changes to aircraft design and safety regulations, including the installation of Kevlar lining in fuel tanks to prevent them from rupturing in the event of an impact. The Concorde was retired from service in 2003, with the crash being a contributing factor to the decision to retire the aircraft. The Concorde was a supersonic jet that was operated by British Airways and Air France between 1976 and 2003. It was a luxury aircraft that offered a unique and exclusive travel experience for its passengers. The Concorde had a relatively small cabin compared to other commercial aircraft, with a maximum capacity of just 100 passengers. However, the cabin was designed to provide the utmost comfort and luxury to its passengers. The seating configuration was 2-to-2, with seats that were wider and more spacious than those found on other planes. The seats were also made of premium materials, such as leather and suede, and featured electronically controlled reclining and lumbar support. The interior of the cabin was also designed to provide a sense of space and luxury. The walls and ceiling were finished in light-colored materials, and the cabin was well lit with ambient lighting. The Concorde also had a dedicated bar area where passengers could socialize and enjoy drinks during the flight. In addition to the luxurious seating and interior, the Concorde also offered exceptional in-flight dining. Passengers could enjoy gourmet meals prepared by renowned chefs, along with a selection of fine wines and champagne. Overall, the Concorde offered a unique and exclusive travel experience that was unparalleled in the aviation industry. Despite its relatively small size, the cabin was designed to provide the utmost comfort, luxury, and style to its passengers. The Concorde was a supersonic jet that operated for 27 years, from 1976 to 2003, and carried thousands of passengers during that time. While there were no major accidents or incidents during the majority of its service life, the crash of Air France Flight 4590 in 2000 led to questions about the safety of the Concorde. The accident investigation found that the cause of the crash was a tire failure that led to a catastrophic chain of events, including damage to the aircraft's fuel tank and subsequent ignition of the fuel. The investigation also identified several contributing factors, including the presence of debris on the runway and the design of the fuel tanks. As a result of the accident, changes were made to the design of the Concorde, including the installation of Kevlar lining in the fuel tanks to prevent rupture in the event of an impact. However, despite these changes, the Concorde was retired from service in 2003, primarily due to economic reasons rather than safety concerns. Overall, while the Concorde had an excellent safety record for the majority of its service life, the crash of Air France Flight 4590 raised concerns about its safety. However, it's important to note that the Concorde was retired from service almost 20 years ago and is no longer in operation, so it is not possible to travel on the Concorde anymore.